All right, we're headed into the sluice. And I'm going to switch up some abilities and some positions, I think, here. Among other things, I want to make sure that we have... We're going to drop Vulnerability Hex for Sacrificial Stab, which may seem strange because our Occultist is going to be rooted in the backmost position. But if we get an ambush, I want to make sure that Sarmenti can be effective from basically anywhere. And then same with the Runaway. If the Runaway gets shifted back to slot 3, I want to still have Firefly on the table. Okay, I think we are good to go. Let's see how our new crew works. All right, no decisions to make here. Let's just go to the right. So Toe, the current people have data mined it, and the bounty hunter is in the game files, but not yet implemented. So coming soon, I think is the short version of that. Okay, everybody agrees we're fighting. Let's figure out who we want to go with here. You and Boudica are hurting a little bit. This would push 2 relationships forward. This does too. So I think we go here, even though we lose the vulnerable. Build those relationships. Soon enough, Toefield. I think that's planned at the year mark for the game, and we're currently sitting at, I mean, it's been some months. Ooh, both of them stealthing is a little annoying. Yeah. These guys, you need to keep an eye on them. Or they do stuff like that. All right, we land the bleed, which is good. All right, there's a relationship. Well, inseparable when you're fully rooted up is not the end of the world. Let's do a little cauterize there. I hate that I'm doing it this way, but I think I need the taunts because that was too close a call for Sarmenti, to be sure. Boudica's a little more equipped to take those hits. All right, let's bleed this guy up again. It's not going to be enough to get the kill, but... All right, we can Sealing Spaghetti here, so let's do that. Nice. This one's dead. So I am very excited for BG3 specifically. Let's see. So this is 1 to 4. This is 3 to 6. I guess if we have a single target at the front, I'm trying to figure out which way we want to go with that. Gonna keep the taunts up just because the fear is has been instilled in me. Minx. Oh, BG2 was so good. The bald dude with the ferret. Was it a ferret? Citation needed on that one. I feel like it was a ferret. Almost got there on that one, not quite. I wish we had some combo spenders here. Seems like we're all combo generators, although it's not the end of the world. I wouldn't mind Boudica picking up a stress, just so that we can give her a little bit of a heal. Oh, it was a hamster, not a... You're right. It was absolutely a hamster. Classic. Okay, so we're gonna take our time here. But I'm gonna get rid of you. This guy's gonna die on his own. So we're just chilling. We're getting lots of toasts here. Icewind Day. Oh, Drizzt Jordan? Is that a Dizordain? I don't remember Drizzt's last name, but that is that's some deep cuts right there. Oh, Baldur's Gate was one of my favorite games. By the way, hey Josh. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by Baldur's Gate 2 stuff, but I've discarded so much slime mold in your honor, Josh. Let the record show. Greater Mortal Ward. I'll put it on someone. Minx and Boo. Yes. Stuck, welcome as well. Let's see. Anybody need a Mortal Ward? Bueller? Probably better than that. Clenching Claws isn't going to do us much good with our current build. These triage kits, though, they'll bail you out in a bind for sure. So I'll grab those. Sarmenti took an absolute walloping that fight. I have such happy memories of Baldur's Gate 2. I really am excited for Baldur's Gate 3, and that's something I will definitely play on Twitch and on YouTube at some point in the future. I'm just kind of waiting for it to move a little further out of early access. Surprised we didn't get a blight of some sort there. Oh yeah, the intro video melted my brain with the I've lost a word, with the mind flayers. Yes, the mind flayers. Oh, and that little leech. Oh, there's so much to unpack there. So much to unpack. But yeah, the Baldur's Gate 3 intro cinematic, amazing looking. That was not the hit we needed there. Wilfred. Okay, let's hopefully blind this guy up. Gosh. Hopeful is doing work here. Alright, the blind not doing work. I would have swapped those two, but that's just me. Okay, that guy's not going. We get double fire on this. Although I guess I didn't upgrade that attack. Alright. The blind, they do nothing. Cool, cool. No, that's a stress pip. We'll put up the taunt and remove our winded. Get this guy under control again. We're gonna take a half beat to remove some stress. You'll love to see it. And then for the friendship, oh, I was very greedy. Oh, the blind did something. Or I wouldn't say very greedy. Very greedy has a negative connotation. I was a touch greedy. We're going to yank this guy forward. Clear the corpses, so even if the move failed, we get it. Alright, and then we don't need anything, so... Well, we do need the healing. 7 hit points? I don't think we can guarantee 7 hit points with Sarmenti. So, I'd rather finish the fight. I was going to say, in hopes of getting some mastery, or getting basically nothing. It's, you know, both were options. I just tried to open the map, which goes to show you how little I'm thinking about where we are. Did I finish up my last... Alright, everybody has combat items. The Milk-Soaked Linen isn't doing us a whole lot of good. And yeah, the sluice has no map. you two... You and Sarmenti already have a good relationship, so we can do this. And hopefully we can rebuild the relationship. Yeah, Toefield, I think that's what you are suggesting is one of the things that I am concerned about for Darkest Dungeon 2. Ooh, what's my play here? All right, so I'm going to blind this guy up. Is that I think the modding scene in DD1 was so awesome. Now this has the potential to crit because of the combo. No, it's only okay, it's not stun on, never mind. I'm just going to stop talking now. Let's see. I thought the stun was from combo. It was the opposite. I'm going to use up the combo here to get the larger bleed. And then I think this is a Howling End on this guy, assuming he hangs around and doesn't retreat. All right. You have made your decision, and we're judged foolish. There we go. The blind works half the time, every time. But yeah, so modding in DD1 was exceptional, right? So vital to the game being as replayable and fun, and the 3D models are going to make it a lot more difficult, I think, unfortunately. We don't need to fade to black here. I want to get Slice Off upgraded, for sure. Nice stress heal in there. 12 to 19. That was a wicked hack, as a side note. Not a Howling End. That was impressive. Alright, Gore is annoying.
The unrelenting application of violence yields morbid gains.
I think it's better to be safe and toss the heal in. Gosh, Inseparable, definitely one of those borderline friendship perks. Let's remove Winded, get rid of that, and whack a corpse for an impressively large amount. That's a heal, I think? Yeah, it is. We'll hit him with the Weaken. We're going to cauterize Sarmenti. Hit you with the blind. There's Fade to Black no longer moving is not to be underestimated. The blinds worked out really well for us. I did not expect that to get the kill. I went with the lower upfront damage attack there in hopes that it would not kill and it would give us a few more actions. Not that there was a lot that we were going to be able to do, I think. I just feel like Weakening Curse is very ineffective right now. Chaotic Offering not having the shuffle component could be interesting for some of these longer fights. We still have some sleuths left. Picking up that mastery. It's a free mastery. It's free real estate. Alright, Sarmenti, just don't ruin any relationships before we can get you a stress heal, please. Alright, we got a road battle. Oh, there he is. He's doing a thing. He did exactly what I told him not to. They never listen. All right. This is what I would describe as bad. We're going to use a Caltrops to remove dodge, so that we can smokescreen the Skiver. This is a very scary comp, though, just to be clear. Especially when we're talking about an elite pack. To the point where I don't think I can afford to wait. How hard does this hit? 13 and 13? The Skiver moves around like crazy. So I think it's better to get the aggregate damage off, because I don't think we'd be able to keep it at the front for Boudica to wail on anyways, and the Skitter moves... Oh, Skitter doesn't move you back? Yep. That's just a thing that he does. So great. Really? That was not a kill? We didn't get there yet. I think with the Caltrop, we can potentially get there. Yeah. Okay, Skiver is dead. Skivers do not have Death Blow? Correct. We have such great combo generation. It's kind of heartbreaking. I'm playing a bit with fire here, but most of them are dead. I think... Oh, you're not dead. Okay, that was a mistake. So 2 more attacks. Little concerned Sarmenti may just fall over dead here. Okay. If we get a favorable turn... well, Boudica is going to be able to put up a taunt, so we should be able to protect. Yeah, you keep saying that. Okay. The 0-point bleed. Lovely. So here's the cool thing. We get the Cauterize on Bonnie, which should be a positive relationship because for them. So I'm not going to use the Triage Kit. Because healing someone off of Death's Door is generally very beneficial for relationships. For obvious reasons. Yeah. 1 pip? Really? 1 pip? I was kind of expecting we'd get more out of that. Okay. The fight is over. Now it's just... Now this is all gravy. Yeah, an elite Skiver was not what we wanted to see in this in this particular spot. So that was exciting. The mastery is much appreciated. If I get one more 20% range damage trophy, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, we've been sitting on this way too long. We don't need Bloodlust. We can pick up Iron Swan. That would have helped in that fight. And this range damage trophy is yeah, you have no range damage skills, right? Melee, melee, melee. The only one that is ranged is, if I recall correctly, Solo. Yeah, so we're not putting it there, and then Boudica has none. So we have maxed out the value that we can get from Raven's Reaches. So do that. But second mastery is good for business, even if Sarmenti is looking a little worse for wear.
To arms, though it brings no satisfaction.
I don't want to harm Boudica and Sarmenti's relationship. So again, we'll have these two take one for the team. We're a little low on hit points. Okay, no modifier though. No ambush is very good for business. I'm gonna have Bonnie blind here. So let's start knocking some armor off and getting some bleeds going. Had the potential to be a very large hit. I'm thankful that it was not. I'm not feeling the chaotic offering, I will say. We'd be using it for like backline stuns, but backline stuns at the end of... Well, that's just unfortunate. Okay, apparently every song is a duet. I am going to spend a triage kit here. I don't want to mess around with losing someone. Do I want to use up the combo? Yeah, on extra dot damage I will. Because we have Howling End in our hip pocket here. Not a bad hit. Okay, one less attacker coming in. Feels good. This guy's just going to hit the front rank anyways. That's all he does. Swine brute, as it were. But the blind, it does nothing. This is the defensive play. Yeah, no, I think we just put him on Death's Door. We don't have Boudica going first here. I don't want to mess with this. I feel like I've had enough people just die in the sluice that I don't want to mess with it. Hopefully the big dude falls over dead.
Steady yourself.
Okay, good, good, good. And then we just toe-to-toe. But see, this is the problem. Bonnie not having a rank 3 attack. I mean, I guess I could swap. I could swap abilities. Ooh. We're gonna have a hard time getting at you, aren't we? Well, we have Chaotic Offering, which has very little benefit. Very little benefit to be had from that. And then we just lost out, I was going to say, on Sarmenti's ability to do anything except take a bunch of stress. Cool. Yeah, we're not going to do much here. This is one of the problems with the General's Trophy. The fact that it forces you into so many passes is brutal. Speed +5 if flame less than 40%. That's not a bad trinket. Stress resist trinket. I don't think we have a place for it. The pairing Patriarch isn't doing much for us, but I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But 3 Mastery Sluice and counting feels pretty good. Do I take the cowardice route? Decisions. We use some of those up as we go. No, I mean, we're here to fight. Let's take the road battle. It'll probably be a shambler. that seems about par for the course. Second Skiver and the ambush. Oh, they patched it so the ambush doesn't work this way anymore. Fascinating. The ambush no longer shuffles with the general's trinket. That is a very welcome change, even though I'm very, very concerned right now. We got too many uncontrolled attacks coming in, and the Skiver is going to hit our whole back line, because that's what it does. Okay. Who do you need a relationship with? Bonnie?
Collaboration confers advantage.
Let's try and get some blind up, just to give us a bit of top cover. Okay, I think we're going to be able to... No, we're not going to have any problem getting rid of the Skiver. It's reassuring. I think Boudica is better equipped to heal herself if need be. Let's be a little cautious here. A warm fire, you say? Blind this guy up, because we're not killing this guy. All right, we're getting heals and the bleeds. You'll love to see it. We need some melee damage trinkets. The dodges do nothing as well. Okay, you're at 5 and 5. Ooh. Ooh. Close, but no cigar. Okay, Sarmenti. I was going to say, go early in the rotation. Was that the one that was going? It was. Nice. Do we take one more hit from this guy? Nah. I think we're out. We got the stress heal, and we'll get a bit of healing as we roll on. Another mastery. That was that is very vindicating of my decision to take the road battle too. All right, we're still doing okay on that. We're already over 100 baubles after picking up the Laden Lantern. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, who can take a hit with Al? Looks like it's this one, unfortunately. We lose some money. And then you and Bonnie are you and Bonnie are already best friends. But this just harms two relationships I'm trying to develop. I mean, I'd rather lose Torch. Yeah, maybe I let Bonnie and Al go a little into the negative. Yeah. We're just going to have to work on those relationships. Bonnie's not making friends. But four mastery in a sluice is good, very good for business. That extremely validates the decision that I made. Raconteur fragile on Sarmenti. We don't like that. Nervous on Boudica. Oh, we're getting slammed. We also just picked up Sluice Scrounger. Thanks, game.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
Hag's Horde is quite good. The Buttressing Band, though, I think is very interesting. I also don't think I've ever taken a compress kit. Let's do our mastery. So I like Slice Off as an upgrade here. And then I think I'm gonna upgrade Binding Shadows as well, which is an odd one. Searing Strike and Cauterize are very tempting. Do I want to go Ransack instead? I like the combo. We have so much combo. I think Searing Strike is the way to go. Cauterize is great. And then I think I'm going to pick up Binding Shadows just so I have the ability to hit, even though it doesn't hit very hard. Yeah, and then Chaotic Offering was a silly thing to grab. We'll grab Binding Shadows. For the time being, you're fragile, so we'll do that. We might as well do that. Provisioner. Provision me some provisions, please. We do need to get rid of a bit of stress. I don't think it's worth buying the idol. We'll grab this. There's no real downside to this. We just move faster, which I think is good. And then am I going to pick up a Hag's Horde so that Boudica's hit points really start popping off? There's so many better trinkets. If I was going to buy the Hag's Horde, I think the Blustering Band is much better. Every turn you have 15% chance of an improved dodge. It's not as good as the Snappy Swig, but it's hard to... It's going to add more to her tankiness. Although, why, just as a question, is 49 really the all you get from a Haildrot? That's a little disappointing. Okay, we don't need that anymore. We do have this, if flame below 40. Are we going to go with an Infernal Torch run? I don't care about academic stashes, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to hang on to the Infernal Flame. I'm still not sold on the idea of it right now. Keep flame at 40 or 3 academic studies with extra assistance encounters. So we're not going to succeed at that one at all. But Praise the Sun is just more friendship in general. So we're going to the Sprawl. Anything else? I do like the Spore Grenade. We're 2 zones from the mountain. I'm not going to hang on to it forever, I don't think. And then what are we rocking for combat items? We got Ablative. I'll put that there. We're just... The Milk-Soaked Linen has just been sitting there forever. Okay. Let's rock on.